Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. I hope yours is going better than mine is. Today's docket, boop. Yes, this is boba. Boba from Croatia. One thing I want to be able to do with boba is I want to be able to shoot it up like a cartoon and catch it all back in my mouth, like a row of them. I can probably do it with one. Hi, Daddy Ian, you look sexy. Are you thinking about doing more documentary style videos like Full Force? By the way, I hope you choke on a boba pearl. I already did. And yeah, we're doing more documentaries. That has clearly been like the sort of the trajectory of the channel, is that I've noticed. And like, so content cops in comparison are like very amateurish. It's like totally, has the vibes of commentary kid. And by has the vibes, I mean is exactly like commentary kid sitting in his chair at home ranting about someone who grinds his gears. It's entertainment. I think it's good entertainment. I don't put down other commentary people for doing it. It's just I'm at the point where I'd like to move on to other things, and the documentaries are really great because you can do this much more like full, in-depth kind of breakdown and more fair examination. So, yep, we're doing more of that. It's fun. And I think the most underrated part about it is working with other people is so much better than working alone. Like actually collaborating with people, figuring out what like is the best thing, who's good at doing what. It's super interesting. Being said, what direction are you wanting to take with the Twitch endeavor, and are you down for some Twitch collabs? Yes and no. So I will say, it's funny. Anissa and I were talking about this the other day. I think some people in Anissa's chat were saying like, why don't you just collab? Just like collab with people. And it's like, it's totally not that simple. You guys can imagine it, right? Like, say your channel is doing well and you're making a decent income. What incentive do you have to just collaborate with random people? I have all the people in my life that I want to be around. Like, right now it's like set up pretty ideal. And there's like a limited quantity of people that I could have in my life. Like, deciding to collaborate with someone, it's cool and all, but it's like, it's also not, because most of the people who are collaborating that would give benefit to your channel in some way are fucking young, and they're tornadoes. They're fucking Tasmanian devils, and they are just collabing with everyone, and they're just going through, and they're not looking behind them. And it's like, I'm not interested in really collabing with people who I haven't like interacted with before and like built a relationship with. Like, you'll notice that I will continue to collab with Max. I'll continue to collab with How to Basic, William Osman, and, Bobby Duke. A bunch of people that I've collabed with and interacted with before because I really like them, and we, I would say get each other. It feels like it just feels normal. But I'm telling you, like, with young people who are getting like clout for the first time, or like are just collabing with every fucking person and their mom, it's obnoxious, and it's not their fault. It's just the nature of the game. Like I was doing much more of that when I was Seems like iDubbbz Complains has become the main series on your channel. Is this something that you're going to continue? Yeah, it's something that I enjoy doing. Like the other day, I was on stream, I was complaining about my issue with cars not having front brake lights. Like, it just feels like a more healthy way for me to rant without like really starting shit with other YouTubers, unless there's like a reason to. I'm not opposed to starting shit with other YouTubers, but they gotta be on my shit list. Have you ever been injured making a vid? That's a good question. I think my worst injury for a video was filming How to Basics, like a Kinder Surprise Egg video. He fucking hit me with a pot on my head and, like, fucking got me good, and I was bleeding from my head. How do you feel about big streamers like XQC reacting your videos live? Okay, so I used to have what I would now consider a bad opinion on this. Generally, people aren't stupid and they understand that they need to provide some extra commentary, but it is very difficult to measure whether or not someone is, like, taking views away from your content, because there's also this other element of, like, you're getting attention you would otherwise never fucking get. So I think that is ultimately a wash. I think it's actually a bit better than a wash. I think it's more positive than negative. So I now think that, like, I wouldn't necessarily call it freebooting, because I still think reaction channels that are strictly just, like, watching shit with their fucking mouths gaping open like this whole time and just, like, laughing, like, that is just a fucking laugh track. That is not doing anything. But people on Twitch, for the most part, they get it. Happy New Year's from the UK, mate. Looking forward to seeing whatever 2021 decides to bring. You all the best, man. Thanks, Lekev. Yeah, we're going to do some great things in 2021. I already have things set up. I mean, obviously, Squirrel Game, Pocket Squirrel in 2021 will be awesome. That's going super well. That'll probably be the big one. But there might be two documentaries I'm working on right now simultaneously. When will you be edgy and funny like the good old days? Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. I like examples. I know this is probably a sarcastic comment, but I honestly, like, really pray that when people say shit like this, like, you used to be fucking funny or cool, but now you're a cuck. Well, I mean, that one actually does have an explanation built into it. Like, they just don't like cucks. But if people can say shit like, man, I wish you could make content like the old days, where you sucked on pickles in the sewer. It's like, I'd do that again. If you really think people want to see me sucking on pickles in the sewer again, or deep-throating, I mean, what am I talking about? Me and William Osmond uploaded the fucking deep-throating glizzies, not glizzies, but we were eating watermelon glizzies. Like, that's essentially the same shit. I mean, I didn't upload it. That was Will's video. Hey, bro, I'm sure you get asked this a lot, but are you eventually going to go on Cold Ones? I understand you've moved past that content, but it would be great to see you with the boys one more time. Appreciate you. Okay, I mean, I really need to create a fucking command to address this shit, because it pisses me off. I fucking hate Max. I fucking hate Chad. I fucking hate Joji. I need to make the command. One of my mods, make the command that says anytime someone with the name Max, anytime Max, Joji, George, Chad is mentioned, it says bullshit. Fuck you. Die. No. I fucking love them. I would like to go on Cold Ones once coronavirus is completed. Once the coronavirus challenge is over with. Help asked, have you ever regretted a video? Have you ever had a scrap of video that you wish you could have executed? And I kind of answered this. This might be answered in a future highlight. I think I told Ryan to, like, put it in a highlight. No, I don't really regret any videos necessarily. I think I regret, like, delivery of certain things. Like, I think in the past I maybe had this attitude of, like, I'm not responsible for what my fans do. But it's like, that's kind of, it's a little weak. It's a little weak. I think I should have just predicted that some people will take my messaging to the extreme. And, yeah. The content of the video, no, I don't regret any of that. Do I? Oh, maybe I do regret Slenderman Gangnam Style. Executed. There's plenty of scrapped videos, and some of them I think I might just eventually put out, which I'm super happy about because it's like as time passes, I feel less and less weird about them. But there's a lot of videos that I've scrapped, projects and whatever else. Okay, I figured it out. I mean, how can you forget that? So we were at this convention. This guy from, we were like in the lobby type area. It was pretty packed. And when I say pretty packed, I mean it was fucking packed. And this guy shouts the N-word at me from across the room. And I'm just like, no, like looking the other way, like, nope, this isn't what's happening right now. But he came up to me and he said some shit like big fan or something like that. And it was just like, holy fuck, you're not right. Yeah, really bad. And then, yes, of course it was the hard R. Yes, absolutely. And and then, I mean, to top it off, like, I think the only content he had to, like, exchange with me is, like, it was, like, me and Anissa right there, and he was like, there was a Wonder Woman cosplayer right next to us, literally standing right next to us, and he was like, have you seen Wonder Woman's ass? And, like, points at this female's ass right next to us. It's the most fucking uncomfortable shit. And you can imagine every response coming out of my mouth is just like, no. Thanks. Thanks, bye. Yeah, just like really fucking awkward. That is definitely the worst experience I've had. So don't think don't think that's commonplace. That has been the worst, but I'll ask one more juicy question. Hi, Ian. Do you think you got a ton of toxic/racist followers after the Tana Mongoose content comp? And if yes, do you regret it? I mean, I'm not going to use the word toxic and racist, but I will say there were like some very brain dead people who took what they wanted from that video rather than the point of the video, which was laid out pretty fucking clearly. A lot of people, I think, generally thought like, oh, you hate the same type of bitches I hate. You hate these bitches? No, it's like, that's the whole problem with labels, right? Is they, like, these people wanted to, like, what is the word? They wanted to, I don't know, be on the same team. And it does feel good, when people agree with you and, you're rooting for the same thing. But yeah, I think they were disappointed that I wasn't the person they wanted me to be, or they imagined that I was. When do you think the stigma around your controversial videos will end and you can make more? Well, I don't think it's going to end. What I'm noticing is that, like, I don't know, like, as long as we continue to progress how we're progressing, like, we're just becoming more socially aware and careful about what we say things or whose feelings we're hurting and shit like that. And I think the people who are who are like trying to ignore it or pretend that it's not happening or pretend that like it doesn't have to be that way, it's like you're seeing it in every like developed nation. There isn't like any like society that we're seeing that is just so different that's like, oh yeah, like it's complete anarchy in Australia. They say whatever the fuck they want and they, do this and that. It's like, no, like, people are doing what they're doing.